Hello. I know you don't know me, and this is awkward, and I know it's gonna be hard to believe, but your husband is cheating on you with my wife.
What?
Welcome back, beautiful people. Today on Wild World Footage, we look at what it's like to date in 2026. And to begin today's episode, we have a concerned aunt telling us what just happened to her nephew.
Y'all, I swear for God, this is an epidemic for sure. So I'm sitting there talking to my nephew. He is literally 20 years old. So he has a girlfriend that he's been dating for 2 years. And he's a year older than her. So he just got done with his first year of college, and now she is going to college. So you know what she told him? She told him that she wants to break up for a year.
That escalated quickly.
So she can do her freshman year at college. What the hell does that mean? So that means you were never serious about my nephew. You basically want to break up for a year so you can go to college and be a hoe. That's basically what I hear, because my nephew is a great man. He has treated you like a freaking queen. So why would you want to break up with him for a year to go to college? Because you want to experience what it is to be a hoe in college? That's basically what I'm hearing. And that's what I told him. And I told him, it ain't no breaking up for a year. If you break up, you broke up for freaking forever. Period. I am so confused on how these young women get all of this information. Who says that to break up for a year? Like, where you get that from? Either your mama told you that, your sister told you that, or your auntie told you that, or your grandma might have told you that.
Damn.
You know what? You are going to lose a great man for forever, because he ain't never coming back. Because guess what? His auntie over here gonna make sure he never comes back, because that right there is some BS. You ain't gonna break up with me basically to tell me that you want to explore. No. You ain't gonna do that on my nephew's time, because he ain't that type of guy. Because he is a great guy. And you know what? He is going to break up with you just like you requested, so he can find the one that he's supposed to be with for forever. Okay? Because he ain't gonna waste he ain't gonna waste his time with you. That is the craziest thing to me that I ever heard in my life. But you know what? We're going to let her go on. We're going to throw her back in the ocean so you can go fishing again to find your forever. Period.
Auntie is absolutely right. You don't disappear from a relationship for a year and then expect to pick up where you left off like nothing happened. Since when did that become normal dating behavior?
POV, you go on a first date and he spends $2,500 on you at Aloe because it's directly across from the restaurant that we're at. And he had a few shots of sake and was like, oh my God, you need everything. Craziest first date story I've ever been on.
This is the kind of behavior that's fueling unrealistic expectations in modern dating. Every time a guy throws money around trying to impress a woman he barely knows, it reinforces the idea that men have to pay for attention. Fellas, don't be the guy that buys love.
If only you guys knew how long I've been trying to convince myself to just fall in love with the nice guy. To just fall in love with the nice guy, Blair. There's so many that actually like me, and they're really great guys. Since I was a little girl, and I don't like them. Why can't they just be like a little mean? Just like a little bit. Like, yell at me or something, boss me around. Why do you guys have to ruin it? Why can't you just be a little mean? Like, be nice, be the nice guy, but be a little bit mean. I don't want to get my way all the time.
You've got to love when feminists spend all day telling men exactly what they should do, how they should act, and what they should provide. And of course, no social media performance would be complete without a little attention-seeking thrown in.
Here's the thing about real men. Real men
Don't lecture me how to be a man when you bend over and show the world your cleavage in almost all your videos. As a married mother of 3, just because your simp, spineless husband allows you to pimp yourself out online for sexual attention from random men doesn't mean that's the example of a real man. A real man would not allow you to be posting your for the entire world to see online. Okay, sweetheart, maybe you should get off the internet and go spend some more time with your kids and less time online being a... What I wore for Easter Sunday as a millennial girly in Kansas? No. See, now that's a lot better. You really looked in your closet and you thought, yeah, Jesus wants me wearing a see-through skirt so dudes can see all the way up to my crotch at church today. Even the Christian women are cooked. That's so tough.
Landon asked me a question once about if he or my cat Felix were on a cliff, who would I save? And I started crying. So I would definitely save my cat.
Well, your cat's the father now, so. Also, why do you females do this to your lips? It looks like you had an allergic reaction or something. We don't like it. You should stop doing it. That is so tough.
This guy has been calling out attention-seeking feminists for years, and I'm here for it. They can insult him, shame him, and throw every label in the book at him, but they still haven't proven that he's wrong.
Put a finger down if last night you were on a Hinge date and it was going super, super, super well. Or so you thought. We then spent 4 hours at the restaurant to where they asked us if we wanted to just switch tables. Then we decided to take it back to his place, stayed up until 4 in the morning talking, knowing that I had work at 7 a.m. He was asking questions about like, what do you look for in a partner? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? What do you need in a relationship? He made it sound like he was looking for something serious. Then I go home and he texts me and he says, I had such a great time with you. We should do this again. I really enjoyed your company. Which I responded, me too. Can't wait to see you again. And I go back to sleep for a couple hours. Through my entire work day, no text from him. So I decided to text and reach out, right? Ask how his day was going. My text messages went green. And it's now been 2 days since.
First of all, who actually believes they stayed up until 4 a.m. just talking? And second, a man who's genuinely interested doesn't suddenly ignore a woman for no reason. I'd be interested to hear the other side of the story and find out what happened before he decided to block her.
Yeah, I got him in here cooking tonight after he worked 12 hours. See, this is what you need to do when you come home from work. Just like I do every other night, okay? I know he's going to say, well, you should be cooking every night because I pay the bills. But guess what? Guess what, buddy? That's not how it's going to work around here. You're going to put in some extra work when you get home.
Well, why don't you go to fucking there while I'm doing this?
Because I need to make sure you're doing it correctly. What are you talking about? Don't try to push me out of my kitchen.
Yeah, well, you don't need to be up in my space while I'm fucking too.
I'm not in your space. I'm just monitoring the situation. I'm making sure you're doing what you're supposed to do. And when you're done, you're going to clean all those dishes.
You literally can't make this stuff up, man. You know, there's men out here coming home 12, 16-hour shifts, dealing with women that do not respect them, sitting at home all day, house isn't cleaned, nothing is done, you know. And I'm going to tell you right now, man, that if you have a housewife, you have a stay-at-home mom, and she's not doing anything, you know, I'm just saying, you know, it's one of those things, man, where you want your wife to respect you, you know, and like if you're out there and you're paying the bills and you're doing everything you can do as a man, exhausted, and she's not willing to help you, there's a problem there. You know, that's why I tell you guys to pick and choose wisely. It's going to be one of the most important choices you ever make because these same kind of women are going to be cheating on them, coming home to nothing but BS and drama. These men are sitting in their cars crying at night because they don't want to go inside. You don't want to have that, homie. You want to have a home of peace. Starts with Jesus, and then the rest of it is her, right? So you have to be able to come home to something that's worth coming home to. Pick and choose wisely, man.
What made me laugh was hearing her call it her kitchen while openly admitting she doesn't cook. Imagine working a full day, coming home exhausted, and then having to prepare dinner while your stay-at-home wife refuses to cook. This is why divorce rates are through the roof.
Do me a favor, ladies, whenever you're using a man for his money, don't feel no remorse. The same way how they purposely get a woman's feelings attached just so they can have access to her body, don't feel no remorse. It's the same thing. And ladies, stop being scared to ask men for money because they not scared to ask for coochie. They not scared to ask for what they want. A man is quick to be like, oh, well, like, what's up? Can I get some? This is not. You know what you do? You show him your Cash App and you say, oh, my, it's kind of empty. You could give me some. You could show me some money. And then when they hit you with the, oh, I would, but I don't got Cash App. Say, oh, it's okay. I got Zelle. I got PayPal. I got Venmo. I have Apple Pay.
You gotta love when gold diggers give relationship advice on social media. Give it a few years and she will be making TikToks claiming there are no good men left.
There was this time I got back with this man just because he was giving me X amount of money a week. And I was like, why not choose that money? You know, I wasn't sleeping with him or anything. So it's like, he's literally paying me just to talk to him. Why would I not? It was literally my side hustle for a little bit because I was just making so much money doing it. And I wasn't trying. Literally, you don't look for these men. They look for you. Don't be above using men for money. I'm not saying you always have to. Like, it's nice not using men because it's like you don't have to be around them, you know? That's why I take breaks and I'm like, bro, I don't get how much money you're giving me. I just don't want to be around you. But there's times where I'm like, just a little side hustle. I'll buy myself some clothes. Okay. I'll just literally get back with some people because I know they'll give me money. That's not about me. That's just being resourceful. Okay.
It's simp behavior like this that has made dating harder for average guys. These simps have convinced themselves that the only way to get a woman's attention is to throw money at her. Imagine being so insecure in your ability to attract someone that your entire strategy is leading with your wallet. Then they're shocked when they attract women who are more interested in the money than the man.
I went through that phone for the first time, y'all. The first time in years. When I tell you I was not prepared, I didn't know that a woman could move like that. Now, I knew women could be shiesty. I knew that. I knew women could cheat. But what I saw, I actually threw up. And I'm not saying that figuratively. I physically threw up. I don't know what to do.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. Check your partner's phone. If someone has nothing to hide, handing over their phone shouldn't be a major issue. The moment there's panic, excuses, or resistance, it's fair to start asking why.
This is me before going on a date with a 6'4" doctor. No kids, no ex-wives, owns his own practice, owns his own home. He plans a whole surprise date. I have no idea where we're going, no idea what we're doing, but hair is done, makeup is done. Take a good look, ladies, because this is me before. I am really feeling this man. I have a good feeling about him. I even took a spicy cube before the date. Just so I'm feeling myself, feeling confident. And in case he takes me home later. God bless, this is my moment. I will let you know how it goes. I'm about to be a changed woman.
A few moments later.
I'm done dating. He was 40 minutes late. Our surprise date, TGI Fridays, was rude to the waiter. And when I ordered the burger, he made a comment like, "Aren't you a Pilates teacher?" Yeah. It's like, "Oh, I just figured you would order a salad or something. Like, don't you need to watch your figure?" He talked about himself the entire time, did not ask me a single question about me, and then asked me to split the bill. Which, like, fine, okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down. But sir, you are a doctor. If you're gonna drone on and on for hours about, I am not in practice, summer in the Hamptons, the least you can do is buy my $25 entree. I didn't even drink. He had like 4 drinks, a starter, and entree. I ordered one thing, and I split the bill with this man. This doctor! Do men just hate women? When did they stop wanting to actually like take girls out on a proper date and treat them? What a waste of a spicy cube and slick back party pony. I'm sitting there feeling myself wanting to brains out all over this guy. The only reason I didn't is because he's a doctor and he probably CPR. Like, no, do not resuscitate. Do not resuscitate. Never going on a date again. Also, he was not even 6 foot tall, so I'm resigning from Hinge.
So her main complaint is that he didn't pay for dinner? She went on this whole rant saying she will never date again because a doctor refused to pay for her dinner? Make it make sense.
I cut off my best friend because she cheated on her husband, and I think that's a very valid reason to end a friendship, in my opinion. So my best friend, let's just call her Bree, and her husband, let's just call him Sam. So they were dating for about like 2.5 years, and it was getting pretty serious. But it wasn't until like the last like couple months that she was like really enforcing him to propose to her because she wanted just that lifestyle of Pilates, stay at home mom vibe, right?
Not around here, partner. Not around here.
Like, I'm not against that. Like, you do you, girl. But like, she was just talking about like wedding this, wedding that. Like, every conversation that we had was always bringing up Sam. And Sam, like, had 2 fucking jobs, like, wanted to provide everything for her. Like, he was just going out of his way to give her her dream lifestyle. So for this dream wedding, obviously Brie wanted to get into, like, the best shape of her life. So she hired a personal trainer. Let's just call him Mike. So obviously Brie and Mike would be spending a lot of time together. Like, I get it. That is your personal trainer. But what was really weird was the fact that she would always be like mentioning up in her conversations how she would be going on like brunch, coffee, like dates after her workout with her personal trainer Mike.
We can see where this is going.
And, you know, always mentioning the fact that his coworkers were there, so it was never just them two, right? I don't know, I thought it was weird, but I never said anything because Sam never said anything, and like, it's his relationship, that's not my boundaries. But I also don't think that he said something because he was working so much. Like, he never really noticed it. But I peeped it. Like, I peeped that shit. So it was like this Friday night where we were all hanging out together, me, my man, and Brie. And we were just hanging out, like, you know, at my house. Brie ends up leaving, right? Me and my man, we were off these tubes, so we, like, do our thing. And this guy ends up going to sleep. I'm up. It's like 1, 2 in the morning. I'm bored. I'm looking on locations and I see Brie's location up in Anaheim. 1, Brie doesn't live in Anaheim, and 2, she told me that Mike, her personal trainer, lives in Anaheim.
Got your ass.
So I'm texting her and I'm like, bro, like, you know, like, question, like, what are you doing? Just being nosy. And she tells me that she's out with the bars with Mike on a Friday night. I'm like, dude, you should be home with your soon-to-be husband on a Friday night. At this point, I'm thinking, like, this is getting too out of hand. Like, why are you out on a Friday night with your personal trainer? So I'm texting her, not getting a response back. The next morning, her fiance is calling me up, telling me to have Brie call him because she's not answering her phone, and she told him that she was with me. So I'm like, this is getting too... So I end up sending her a text, a long paragraph about what she's doing is sneaky, how this is not okay, and she's just getting so mad at me, like literally on the verge of ending our friendship. We don't talk for months. In that meantime, her fiance comes over to our house and is telling us this whole situation that's going on with them, how Brie wants to end things with him because he's controlling, he's manipulative, like totally corrupting his bad character. And like, knowing what Brie's doing, I'm like, bro, she's literally gaslighting this man. So I'm like telling him, like, you know, just trying to comfort him. End up reaching back out to Brie and like telling her like what she did was so wrong, because she ended up wanting to divorce him even though they didn't get married, but she wanted to end the engagement. So I reach out back to Brie. She tells me, yeah, like, they're just done, like, they're not together anymore, they're not living together anymore. And she tells me that she's seeing someone. So guess who she's seeing now?
Goes back to my point, check your partner's phone. Gotta love how she tried gaslighting her fiance to make it seem like he was controlling, while she was cheating on him with her personal trainer.